A number of candidates think that the reading test is the most difficult part of the IELTS test. Do you feel the same? Well, it is true. As a test taker, you have to work very fast, and that reading requires a lot of concentration. Hi, this is Samel, and yes, you need to keep yourself very focused to find the right answers to many questions. But there are things that you could do to get better at reading. Let's look at the 5 common mistakes of test takers, and these should be avoided when taking the test. Let's start with this: reading the entire passage. The IELTS reading test is comprised of 3 passages around 500 to 700 words and 13 to 14 questions each, all to be answered in a span of 60 minutes. Now, if you were to read each of these passages word for word, you'd spend nearly 30 minutes. Then it will be really difficult to answer all the 40 questions within only 30 minutes. Your aim is to skim the text for meaning, scan it for the answers that you need, and try to understand the main ideas of the article. Now, if you are not sure of a particular word or phrase, just move on. Don't waste your time exploring the meaning of a word that is not necessary in answering the questions. Second, reading the passage without reading the question. When we are given a passage, we start reading it immediately. And then at the end, we answer the questions. This approach doesn't really go with IELTS. If you're taking the reading test, spend a minute or two to go over the questions, and after this, start reading the paragraphs, and after that, go back to the questions and check the answers from the paragraphs. This is to check whether you got the correct answer to the question. Again, always start reading the questions, then paragraphs. Moving on to the next one: lack of time management. Time management is one of the most important things to consider when taking the test. You are given 3 long passages and you only have 60 minutes to answer 40 questions. Each question is worth the same, so it's not wise to spend a lot of time on a question you find difficult to answer. What should you do? Allot 15 minutes for the first section, 20 minutes for the second, and 25 minutes for the third passage. The level of difficulty increases as you move further in the test. And thus, the first section should take the least amount of time, and the final section should take the most. Another common mistake in the reading test is not transferring everything to the answer sheet. It's a great idea to take notes on your question paper while reading through the text. However, just make sure you transfer all the answers to the answer sheet. Unlike in listening, you are not given extra time to transfer, so you have to include this in your time management. Bear in mind that the examiner will not see your question paper. So when transferring, make it sure that all the answers are put in the correct place with the right form of spelling. And finally, and something test takers shouldn't ignore, not reading the instructions. Don't save time by skipping this part. The instructions give you important information about what exactly you need to do and how many words there should be in the answer. Going over the word limit is a common cause of wrong answers. For example, if the correct answer is people and you write the people, then you would lose the mark. There you have it, the 5 common mistakes test takers usually make when taking the IELTS reading tests. It is so significant to know where the errors can be taken place when reading the passage. Otherwise, the marks can be easily deducted even if the questions are easy to answer. If you want to know more on how to get that IELTS score you need, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos in acing your IELTS tests.